And we are back. Look, man, I'm not gonna take too much time, like just asking any pleasantries or how you doing, all that, because I mean, you cool, you my partner. I really don't care. I don't need to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got some more mouth or something.
Yeah.
What I got?
Right.
Well, okay,
Cool.
Cool. I ain't got to get too much into the pleasantries, but I just want to get straight into it. All right.
All right.
Hey, man, it's that time of year again.
What time is
It's
it?
that time of year again.
What time is it?
Oh man, boy.
Mars Day.
Hey man, all right then. Well, you just need me to put up a mirror.
What
That's
up,
all you
Jerome?
need. That's all you need. Put up a mirror, man. Hey,
Yeah.
but look, it's Super Bowl time.
Ooh, and the Falcons ain't in it.
It's Super Bowl time. No, the Falcons ain't in it. You better not say nothing, Aaron. We don't need to hear nothing.
Not a
Hear
word.
nothing, Aaron. We don't need to hear nothing. Just sit over there, eat them sour and cream chips, heavy on the cream, and then leave us alone, my guy.
Maybe on the sour.
You know what I'm saying? Just leave us alone, all right?
Whoa.
All right, so look, it's Super Bowl time. The Super Bowl match is set.
Yes.
So we had to get this in, to make sure that we join in the discussion.
Yes.
Eagles versus
Chiefs.
the Chiefs. Chiefs versus the Eagles, however they have it set,
Yeah.
man.
For the second
So-
time in a few years.
Second time in 3 years. The second time in 3 years. It is a Super Bowl matchup, man. So I'm not going to ask you who you think is going to win yet. I'm going to ask you this question first. If winning his fourth Super Bowl and being the quarterback of a three-peat NFL franchise,
Goat Mahomes.
would this alone make Pat Mahomes the GOAT quarterback of all time? Would he surpass Tom Brady's 7 rings by winning 4 and 3 of them coming in the first ever three-peat?
Man, that's a great question. I would say I say it'd be incomplete because he's still playing. But that three-peat, man, you know how hard that is. And then let me tell you this that I just found out, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I may have heard this information wrong. He's been in the league for 7 years, correct?
Yeah, Pat
years.
Mahomes, what he got drafted? Was it 18 or 17?
Okay, all right. So to that point, he's been to the AFC Championship every year he's been into the league. Is that correct?
Every year that he's been a starter.
Is that correct?
I think every year that he's been a starter.
That's correct.
I think because I know the year he got drafted, he didn't get to play until the last game of the year. Andy Reid put him in. Alex Smith was the starter. They put Pat Mahomes in, gave him an opportunity to play the last game, kind of see what he had. The next year, I want to say they went to the AFC Championship game the next year, and they would have had the game won. They ended up getting a sack. Defensive end got a sack, but he got called for being offsides. The Patriots went ahead, drove on down, and ended up winning that game. I can't remember if they tied the game on that series and they won in overtime or if that was the particular drive. Either way, that penalty, if it had not happened, the sack would have ended the game. The penalty happened, gave the Patriots another chance. They pulled it off. And from that point on, they've been pretty much, man, in the Super Bowl. They've won 3 already. He lost 1 that he went to the 49ers. So that's 4.
Tom Brady.
No, not the 49ers. He lost to Tom, not the 4. He lost to
Buccaneers.
He lost to the Bucks. That's who he lost to. They beat the 49ers. So he lost to the Bucks. I don't know why I said the 49ers. He lost to the Bucks. So that's 4 Super Bowls that he went to. He lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship. That would be 5. And he lost to the Patriots, like I just said. That would be 6.
So every year he's been in the league.
So this would be 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Every year he's been a starter.
He's been to the championship of the AFC. That is impressive. That ain't MF. So yeah, man, like if he hits this three-peat, it's never been done before. He's under the age of 30. Yeah, man. He's GOAT status. I don't know if he's better than Tom Brady yet. It's incomplete until his career is over, till we can gauge that. But by God, man, he's as equal as Tom Brady in my eyes with the win.
If the Chiefs beat the Eagles and win 3 in a row, would this make Pat Mahomes the GOAT of all time? You know what? Everyone knows where I stand. Everyone who's been watching this show, if you know me personally, you know where I stand. I'm just waiting for somebody to surpass Tom Brady. So you're damn right. In my opinion, if he gets 4 rings, 3 of them came in a 3-peat, put Pat Mahomes as the GOAT QB. Yeah. And guess what? Andy Reid is already one of the GOATs. Yeah. I know you be hating on Andy Reid, but old Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, we can start having discussions. Guess, is this the best coach and quarterback duo of all time if they can pull off 3 rings in a row?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we haven't gone into who's going to win the game yet, because I think it's a little bit tougher than it was the last time they played. Mm-hmm. But if Pat Mahomes and the Eagles play on Super Bowl Sunday,
yeah,
and the Chiefs end up beating the Eagles,
yeah,
then, yeah, I'm going to put Pat Mahomes as the number 1.
Oh, wow, you're going to put him above.
I'm going to put him above
I'm going to say he's equal if he wins.
Just because I've been waiting to knock Brady down.
He can't stand Brady. He made a whole sports bars about him.
I mean, hey, he going to have as many as old Joe. He going to have as many. If they beat the Eagles, he'll have as many as Joe Cool.
Joe Montana got 4 rings.
That's what I'm saying. If Pat Mahomes, they beat the Eagles, he'll have as many as Joe Cool. And one will be a 3-peat, though. The first team to ever 3-peat, and the 100% best player on the team every year would have been Pat Mahomes.
All right, Trey. We still on the subject of football. I'm not derailing the show. Trey, who is your top 5 all-time greatest quarterbacks right now?
Oh, man. How we get on this?
I just want to know. Top 5 because you're talking about the greats, the GOATs. Who's your top 5 GOATs? This fits right into what we're talking about.
Oh, my top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't even had time to think on this. My top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time. In no particular order.
Nah, in order.
In no particular order is what I'm going to do.
Oh, my God. All right, go.
Okay, I give you an order. Okay, I give you an order.
Thank you.
Number 1, Tom Brady.
All right.
Number 2, Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
And that's tough. Love Pat Mahomes, man. Love Pat Mahomes. Number 3, man, I'm going Peyton Manning.
I like that. I like that. I ain't got no quarrels with that. I'm
going Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, sheesh, man. You know, I'm gonna go Joe Montana. Number 4, and I know people gonna say it's blasphemy that I put Peyton over Joe.
No, it's not.
But this is just my personal list.
Go ahead.
I was a huge fan.
Let me tell you something.
Peyton Manning.
Let me tell you something. When someone asked me this question this week, we on this. I said the same 4 in the same order. So now let's see what your number 5.
And number 5. Number 5.
That was tough for me too. It was between 3 people.
Number 5, my final. Who I'm gonna give that number 5 to? Man, that's tough because there's a lot of quarterbacks who have won, and I mean winning the Super Bowl shouldn't be the beginning and end to all. But for number 5, you know what? I know it's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna agree with this, and I'm gonna go ahead and go. People ain't gonna like it, but so what? I'm gonna go ahead and put old A-Rod, and I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, that's not bad. I didn't say Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't say Aaron Rodgers.
I was thinking Elway. I was thinking Elway or Marino, but I'm gonna stick with the rings. I'm gonna stick with the rings. That's why I didn't put Marino in, and I'm gonna just take A-Rod over Elway.
That's a good one. My 5th one was Elway. But I'm going to tell you one I thought about, but I X'd him out because we have so much hate for him. Who am I saying?
Have so much hate for him?
Yeah, but the Falcons hate this team.
Oh, you going to say Drew Brees?
Yeah, Drew Brees is up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in my top 5, but yeah, he up there. Mm-hmm. Drew Brees is up there.
Yeah. So yeah. My 3 was Drew Brees, Elway, and Brett Favre. I know you can't stand Brett Favre. So I ended up going with Elway because Elway, man, he been to like 6 Super Bowls. lost 4 of them. I can't. Let me quick quote the numbers. He been to a lot of Super Bowls that he lost, and he won 2.
Give your list then.
My list is the same as yours.
I mean, but give it. Go ahead and say it so people can hear you say it.
All right, my list for top 5 quarterbacks. Number 1, Tom Brady. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 4, who was my number 4? Joe Montana, because the 4 rings, and then he played in a different area. And my number 5 is John Elway. That's my top 5. We was damn near dead on.
Yeah, I mean, John Elway was nasty. I don't think. From me, I can't speak for y'all. I can only speak for me.
Now,
John Elway doesn't get enough credit from me, I don't know why I don't give him that credit, because Elway, I mean, he was dynamic.
Hey, let me say this. I lived in Denver at the time, and I hated Denver Broncos. I hated Elway. But now I'm older and more mature, man. Hey, and you said players that took a team on his back and took him to the Super Bowl. I mean, they did something. Elway did it all by himself pretty much, man. Like, from what I remember. Like, because their defense was garbage. You understand? Like, in the Super Bowls, you could see they got blown out a lot. But, man, that man would come in and will his way to victory, man. That 98-yard drive against Cleveland when Ernest Bynum fumbled the ball.
The drive.
That man made that play. I mean, the receivers had to catch the ball, of course. You know, Vance Johnson and Ricky Nattil and all those guys. But he really did his thing, man. He with his feet doing his thing, man, throwing, man. Elway was that dude.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
and I rooted against him, and he always win.
And it's a lot of other quarterbacks who were very dynamic. It's a lot of quarterbacks who didn't win, who, you know, of course, when you start talking about favorite quarterback, they would go up there. But yeah, I mean, if I had to do top 5 rated, like who you putting as the GOATs as far as on your list and wins, yeah, that's my top 5. I know it's gonna be people ain't gonna like Aaron Rodgers over Elway, but Aaron Rodgers, and we just had Aaron Rodgers as one of the catfish. And you know, we were talking about that. We were talking about how he catfished the Jets because he was so great. Because he was so great. You know, with the Packers and then, you know. But anyway, man. All
right, steer it back into the lane, man. My bad. Let's go.
No, it's all good. I just wasn't in the mindset of thinking who was. It kind of threw me off for it, because I'm like, man, I ain't even put no thought into all the quarterbacks. But yeah, man, would I put Pat Mahomes above Tom Brady as we get back to this game? If they can do a 3-peat, then why not? Why not? Why not put him above Brady?
The reason I say why not, man, I say why not because it's incomplete. He's still playing and want to see the finish report card. But I can see why you're saying that. For sure.
Man, so here we go again. The Eagles and the Chiefs. I know you and some other our fellow Falcon fans. It's funny, here we are, we talking NFL, and we sitting here, and you got a Braves hat on with a Hawks jersey. I got on
ATL, man.
A Hawks sweatshirt. I got on Hawks gear, and we talking NFL, right? But you are one of the fans from the city who have taken a lot of pride in the fact that the Falcons beat the Eagles during the regular season,
man,
and almost beat the Chiefs, and both of them made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that means absolutely nothing.
To you?
It means absolutely nothing.
To you?
Okay, tell me why the Atlanta Falcons beating the Eagles and almost beating the Chiefs means something just because they made it to the Super Bowl.
Because every year we don't play both the Super Bowl teams, and this year we played them and we played them close. And we won one.
But what does that mean?
It means that the Falcons got a competitive team, and I don't care if we lost to the Panthers.
Because you know
I
okay. So
I don't care about that.
So competing,
I don't care about none of that.
So competing with the best teams mean that we are closer to being good, but losing to some of the lesser teams as far as records, that doesn't have any that doesn't put any weight on if we're
that's
good,
why we
if we're
fired
bad.
Jimmy Lake. That's why he gone.
Oh, that's why he's gone.
Yeah, lost to the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
So that won't happen again.
Oh,
consistency. Have your defense playing consistently. Then we have consistent winning, and we'd be in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I don't subscribe to that way.
I know you don't subscribe to that, but I do.
I don't subscribe.
It feels good that we played both of the Super Bowl teams this year. We beat one of them, and we should have beat the other.
It only feels good is because we have a quarterback. We have a young quarterback that you're excited about seeing, right? If we didn't have a young quarterback that you're excited about, it wouldn't feel good.
But that's hypothetical. You said no hypothetical.
Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. If we finish the rest of the season with Kirk as the quarterback and the Falcons still end up losing all those games, well, to beat the Giants, but then lost to the Commanders and the Panthers, would you still be going into the offseason with the same level of optimism?
Nobody would.
Thank you. So it's not about us. It's not about us competing against them.
Man.
It's about you're excited about the new quarterback.
Yeah, I'm excited about Michael Penix, and and that makes my jubilation to us playing both the Super Bowl teams even more exciting.
Hey,
and you know what though? And it makes me feel good that we end up on them 3 games, and then Detroit Lions lost. Their season was worse than ours. Then Minnesota Vikings lost. Their season, they fans had a worse hurt than us.
Man, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Man,
no, it's not.
That's your opinion.
And the Bills lost. They fans hurt.
Let me tell you,
our feelings
I feel like I went through more hurt than they did.
Nah,
I did.
No,
I did.
28-3 won't never pass that.
28-3 won't never pass what?
What? We ain't hurt this year. We got the end of the year.
What does 28-3 have to do with what?
That was the worst hurt of all.
What you said, it won't pass that.
Your hurt
won't pass 28-3.
Okay,
That's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, your hurt
I was
this
confused
year.
for
Your
you.
hurt. Okay, be confused. Thank you for clearing it up. Your hurt this year does not hurt worse than the Minnesota Vikings fans. Does not hurt worse than the Detroit Lions fans.
You.
Does not hurt worse than the Bills fans.
You.
No, I'm telling you.
Says you.
Did you have excitement at the end of the year with the Falcons?
I'm not going to.
Did you have excitement at the year?
I'm not going to take pride.
Yes or no?
I'm not going to take pride.
What I'm asking you.
But I'm answering the way I want to answer.
Have a good feeling when they played the last 3 games of the season with Michael Penix. Did you have a good feeling about the
Now
Birds?
let me answer the way I want to answer.
You ain't answer.
I'm not taking pride in someone else's loss just because my team had a bad season.
I'm not taking pride either.
I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that, my brother.
I'm not taking pride.
I can't look at someone else's misery and say, hey, man, he's miserable. I'm miserable, but I'm not as miserable as him.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did the Detroit Lions have
a flat tire.
Did the Detroit Lions have a disappointing season? Yes or no?
I mean, if you don't win the Super Bowl, you can say it was a disappointment.
But for the Lions, did they have a disappointment?
But listen, if you want to take, if that makes you sleep better at night.
Answer the question, my boy.
If that makes you sleep better at night.
You can't handle the truth.
It is the truth. You want me to subscribe to your way of thinking.
I want you to answer 2 questions.
If it makes you.
I want you to answer the question.
Are they upset? Yes, they're upset. Yes, they are. We've been there.
Are the Minnesota Vikings upset?
We have been there.
Are their fans upset?
Man, dog, we have been there. Yes, they are. We've been in those shoes.
Are the Buffalo Bills fans upset?
I don't know how much. Do I need to talk slower? We have been in those shoes. We have been in those shoes.
You know who? Let me say this. You know who I think has a worse overall curse than the Falcons?
Man, how do we get on this? Just Falcon.
Answer this. You know who I think is worse? Because we Falcon fans.
But we talking about the Super Bowl.
And we're in the Falcon algorithm. And it's a good talk. So who has a worse cursed franchise than us? I know who it is. Do you know who it is?
I don't believe the Falcons are cursed, but you go ahead.
Man, the Buffalo Bills. Ain't nobody been through worse than them.
Now, as far as hurt, yeah, they've been through a lot.
Yeah, man. I just thought about that. I would not want to be a Buffalo Bills fan. They have had some hurt, my boy. Not much. They done had more than the Falcons.
You think so?
Yes. They went to 4 Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them.
How many in a row did they go to? They went like 3 in a row, right?
Yeah, man. They did a 3-peat on losing.
Yeah, that hurts.
And then they trying to get back and keep losing to the Chiefs.
I sympathize with them.
Yeah, I understand. Buffalo Bill fans, I understand. I don't want that to happen to us, but I understand. All right, it's your show, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, we've been through a whole lot.
Yes.
We've been through a whole lot.
Yeah, we have.
To what we were talking about earlier, I'm just not going to this, and this goes to you and all y'all out there who think like be rich. Like saying that our team had a good game against a team that win the Super Bowl, that's not gonna make us win.
The Eagles.
So I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying we're gonna be bad next year, but that doesn't automatically say, oh, we're balling. Take the season as it comes, my guy. Take the season as it comes. You celebrating that we beat the Eagles and we almost beat the Chiefs. Well, Eagles fans are saying we should have beat the Falcons. So it goes hand in hand.
That's
you have to take the season. And guess what? It's hypothetical that we could have possibly beaten the Chiefs. So I just don't see, and I've been seeing people say stuff like that, and it just for you and them, I don't understand it.
Maybe
I don't understand. I don't have to, because I like living in what I like to call reality.
Me too.
I like living in reality.
The reality of it is we beat the Eagles.
This is what happened.
And we played a close game against the
This is what happened.
And the refs didn't call pass interference.
And this is what it means.
And we should have won.
So what I see is, I don't see a team that we almost beat the Eagles and they made it to the Super Bowl. We got to be better. You know what I see?
Beat the Eagles.
You know what? We beat the Eagles and they made it to the Super Bowl. You know what I see?
What?
When I see our team, I see a team that needs to upgrade the defense. I see a team that has a head coach that has a whole lot of splaining to do that he's been doing, that's trying to get things together. I see a GM that has to be better in this particular draft. That's what I see. I'm not getting caught up in all that. I'm getting caught up in the business at hand.
Bro,
I'm getting caught up in the business
thinking about the business at hand. Bro, I'm talking about the Super Bowl, bro.
You want to talk about
went to the draft?
Pie in the sky.
No, I didn't.
You started talking about quarterbacks and how we beat the Eagles and all this, and it means absolutely nothing.
If the Eagles win, we beat the Super Bowl champs. That's what it means. And it also means,
just so you know, the team we played was not the same Eagles team they are now. They had injuries.
Okay.
They didn't even have A.J. Brown when we played.
He ain't doing shit.
I mean, hey, guess what, though? You got to scheme for him. You got to account for him. You got to be worried about him. And the Falcons did not. So that means nothing. Look, let's just stop wasting time talking about the Falcons beating the Eagles. It means nothing.
Okay.
Let's get back to the game at hand.
You brought it up.
Let's get back to the game at hand. Talking about, you
brought it up the second time.
I brought up the what?
You brought it up the second time.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, we'll have to listen back and see. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the actual business at hand. The Super Bowl game.
Super Bowl game.
It's a lot tougher for the Chiefs this go around. This Eagles team, a lot of people have had a lot of things to say that, hey, it's turmoil in the locker room. Hey, Jalen Hurts doesn't look like Jalen Hurts. But when you look at this Eagles team, I still see a tough team. I see a tough team that's able to run the football. Saquon Barkley out there going crazy. Jalen Hurts ran for a long touchdown in the NFC Championship game. And that defense is not the same defense that we played in week 2. This has turned out to be a really good defense, man. So what are your thoughts on the Eagles' chances in winning this particular game? And when I say chances, it's not that we both automatically think the Chiefs are going to win, because we don't. I'm just asking, how do you see it from the Eagles side?
Well, looking at it from the Philadelphia Bulldogs side, they have a strong defensive line up front, linebackers in line. They got a chance. They can contain Goat Mahomes. I'm pulling for Goat Mahomes because I want to see a three-peat. But most of the time when I pull for somebody in the Super Bowl, the other team wins. Now, I want the Eagles to. I want the Chiefs to win. I want the Chiefs to win because of that. But I also want the Eagles to win so I can say we beat the Super Bowl champs. So it's double-sided. So I'm not gonna be, And one good thing. One thing for sure is a black quarterback gonna win. That's a good thing. Now, the Eagles' chances, to your question. Saquon Barkley, boy. Saquon Barkley is a beast. The New York Giants made a mistake getting nothing in return and just letting that man walk. This may have been one of the greatest free agent signings ever in football history, because he has made the Philadelphia Eagles go to the Super Bowl and maybe possibly even win it. The Chiefs have a good defense to stop the run. Chris Jones and them guys, they can stop the run. But would they be able to stop Barkley? That's the key. If they can't stop Barkley, the Eagles will win.
This episode of the Waterboyz Show is brought to you by the great people at Strikeout Wings, where the flavor is what you savor. Yes, it might be Strikeout Wings, but it's a hit every time, man. Tell the people about the Strikeout Wings.
Hey, man, they got this hen, man, this little baby hen. They season that thing up, man, and they drop it in the grease. Ooh,
fry.
But 50 seconds is gone, bro.
Hey, look, and when it comes out, they got all the different flavors, man.
Oh,
they got
man.
lemon pepper. Their signature sauce is called Sassy. They got the sassy and lemon pepper. They got the hot honey, the lemon pepper dry, the lemon pepper wet. They got the garlic palm. They got the
Man, I'm finna go now, man.
Hey, man,
I'm going there right
man.
now.
So look, if you want to check them out, it's called Strikeout Wings, wings with a Z. ATL, Strikeout Wings, ATL is where you can find them if you're in the city of Atlanta. But hey, if you're in the Nashville area, they also have a Strikeout Wings in Nashville.
And when you go, man, go check out their Kool-Aid. They got the orange mango flavor, and it's bussin'.
And when I tell you, shout out to our guy Faraji and all the people at Strikeout Wings, man. Back to the show.
If they put the clamps down on Barkley, the Chiefs got a great chance of winning. So, that being said, Barkley is the key to the game, to me. Like, damn, man, the first play of the Washington Redskins spent the whole entire week trying to stop Barkley. And on the first play, he went 60 yards. Where they do that at? Who does that? That was Barkley, bro. So we shall see, because it seems like that's not the same Barkley we played in week 2. Like you said.
It is.
Man, that man right there.
It is. He went crazy on the Falcons, though.
Hey,
you don't remember?
I mean, barely.
No. Go back and look.
I got to go back and look.
Yeah, he ran all over the Falcons.
But since he jumped over that man's head backwards, that man been Superman.
Now, he didn't have like no almost 200-yard game in them, but he had they ran the ball very well against the Falcons.
Yeah.
They did. They just didn't pass it very well in that game.
But man, I feel like you said, AJ, what's his name? AJ Brown back. Got a scheme for him. This gonna be a good Super Bowl. But like I say, the key is stopping Barkley. And I feel like the Philadelphia defense and their defensive front, if they can contain GOAT Mahomes. But like I said, I'm pulling for GOAT Mahomes for the 3-peat. So either way, I won't be mad about who won. It ain't gonna bother me not one bit. If the Eagles win, I'm hey, we beat the Super Bowl champs. If Chiefs win, we got 3-peat.
You really hold on to that. We beat.
Yeah, man, hell yeah, cause we did.
That means absolutely nothing
to you.
But anyway, man, I mean, you're right, and that's all that it should matter because neither one of us have any stake in the teams.
I have joy.
So we don't have any
I got emotional stake.
No, you don't have no joy with the Falcons right now. All that cussing that you and all them texting you've been doing in the chat, you don't have no joy about the Falcons right now. The only joy you get from the Falcons is us interviewing former Falcons and us talking about the Falcons. That's the only joy you have.
We have emotional stake into the Falcons, though. Yeah, we do. We have emotional stake. Yeah, our emotions are tied to the. Well, maybe yours aren't, but mine. I think you kind of got them over that, though.
No, but what does that mean? I ain't gonna get back into the Falcons.
Thank you.
So look, man. What I want to say, what a difference a year makes. What a difference, what a difference, what a difference, what a difference. Okay. If you listen, you'll hear.
I'm listening. Oh, I know what you're about to say.
No, you don't.
I do.
Why are you trying to answer for me before I talk?
I just like
you trying to figure out what I'm saying.
Just like everybody else is.
Well, think.
Because you make it interesting.
Hey, man.
I can say what I want to say.
Think. Don't say.
I'm going to think and say.
You know what I'm saying?
Think, say.
Why are you saying this nonsense? Anyway, man. Okay, what am I about to say? Go ahead.
You about to say the Eagles defense was sorry did last year and they got their
negative. That's why you shouldn't speak up about what other people are about to say.
Why you talk so loud?
What a difference a year makes.
Okay, what
1 year ago, if you heard all the talk around the NFL and all the talk that was on sports media, they were talking about how much of a hot seat the Eagles coach was on. They were actually talking about should the Eagles be getting ready to part ways with Sirianni, their head coach who had just taken them to the Super Bowl a year before. The Eagles started last season off as one of the hottest teams. I think they ran up 9 or 10 games with a winning record. And then everything just went down here and collapsed. What a difference a year makes. Here they go, a year later. They switched out a couple things, got rid of defensive coordinator. They went through 2 defensive coordinators through the year. Last year, Matt Patricia was one of them. That Bill Belichick sauce don't work everywhere. I'll tell you that. It only works on whatever Bill Belichick is cooking. I can tell you that.
Bill Belichick sauce. That sounds so disgusting.
Hey, that Bill Belichick. I mean, only if you have that kind of mind. But that Bill Belichick, that Bill Belichick sauce don't work everywhere.
Like it's like mayonnaise mustard sauce.
It don't work everywhere.
Yeah.
And here they are, a year later, and they are back in the Super Bowl. Defense is playing a lot better. This will be this team's second time. Now, this is a team that some of them were not on that particular team. Like Jalen Carter wasn't there, Nolan Smith wasn't there. I think the linebacker Braun, I'm not sure.
Bulldogs.
I'm not sure if he was there. There are definitely some players who weren't there, but for the players who were there, this is their time. They know how
championship winners.
They know how to handle
how to win.
They know how to handle the week. Again, and I'm talking about the Eagles, even though they lost to the Chiefs, this is their time being there. I think they all probably walked away from that game feeling they had just as good a chance as winning that game. And I'm not saying they had a chance just because they were in it. No, they really played better than the Chiefs for a bigger part of that game. Near the end, the Chiefs were able to finally turn it on, pull away, and get that win in that particular game. But you have an Eagles team who a year ago was struggling. Here we are. They are in the Super Bowl. Their coach is off the hot seat. They have their quarterback playing well. People talking about he came off an injury. He was rusty. Man, he's still looking good. They passing game. They're not getting those chunk plays that they were getting early in the season or that they're known for. But, hey, this is why now they can turn to their running game. Now they have a dominant running game and a running back in the backfield who can take it the distance at any point or who can get you the tough yards. Man, this is going to be a really, really tough game. It's going to be a very tough game. And then on the Chiefs side, I want to say when the Eagles played the Chiefs the first time, the Chiefs had a good defense. But last Super Bowl and this year, their defense is better than it was then. They were looked at as more of an offensive team at that particular time. And now, man, they are right there even. Like last year, the defense is being looked at as it kind of carried the Chiefs through the season because they struggled so much on offense, so many drop passes. So now here we have the Chiefs with a good defense, the Eagles with a good defense, and two teams who have been there and faced each other before. I think we can potentially see some fireworks in this game. I have my pick for this game. I'll wait till we both are ready to give the picks, but I have my pick, and I'm going with my heart in this game. I'm gonna go with my personal heart in this game, even though I don't have a stake in either team. Either team can win it, and I actually will feel okay. But, man, it should be an interesting game, man. In 1 year turnaround, a coach can go from being talked about that he should be fired to turn around now, and the man is in the Super Bowl. Let's hope Coach Pants-Lit. Now I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna call him that. Let's hope our coach. Let's hope our coach can do the same thing for us.
That was funny.
Let's hope.
Funny.
Let's hope our coach.
Hey man, I told you, man. Like,
can do the same thing for us.
2016
next year.
All over again next year for us.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got a much younger quarterback, but we'll see. So let me ask you. We just go ahead and lay it out there on the table. What is your pick for the Super Bowl? Who wins the Super Bowl? The Eagles or the Chiefs?
Man. Chiefs 35-21. 35-21.
2 touchdowns.
Late they come up late with a turnover to make it 35. It's been like it's real close, 28-21. The Eagles are driving. Someone fumbles the ball. That's what makes it. They're driving the tide at 28-21. They're about tied at 28, and someone fumbles the ball, 35-21. That's how it ends.
Okay, Chiefs. You going Chiefs.
And then I want to add another thing. What color would a Gatorade be when they dump it on the Chiefs, Andy Reid? I picked it right the last 2 years, and I won money off of Bovado. I picked purple both years in a row and won. What will it be this year?
I don't know. I've never thought about that.
Well, to y'all out there, man, y'all let me know. All right, go ahead.
My pick for the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles, Lord knows I would love to see Pat Mahomes do a 3-peat.
Because you want to take over Brady.
I would love to see Pat Mahomes do a 3-peat. I would love to see Patrick Mahomes pass Tom Brady in my mind and 3-peat. But I am going to go with my heart. Because of my partner, Sean Fallion, and my new partner, Frost, I'm going to roll with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles, this second time, Jalen Hurts gets it done against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the 3-peat comes up short. I think the Eagles win by a touchdown. I think Saquon Barkley goes bananas. But I'm still not going to make it too high scoring of a game. I'll say 31-24.
That's a high scoring game.
31-24. I think the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm picking with my heart because I want to see my partners. Happy. I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. I'm not rooting for either team.
Me neither.
But I'm gonna say I think the Eagles gonna win it. And if they don't, I will be as celebratory bragging on Pat Mahomes as anyone else, and I will be screaming from the rooftops that he is now
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, that could happen if Saquon Barkley goes off, man. I believe that. Like I said, it's either or. I'm just going with the Chiefs. I want to see 3-peat, man.
I mean, it's tough, dog. You got. I mean, when we first started our show, our first episode we recorded right after Super Bowl. Super Bowl was Sunday. On Super Bowl Sunday, we recorded the next Friday. Our first episode.
Dang, that's crazy.
We recorded the next Friday. It was either the next Friday or I think it was a week later. We recorded and we talked about the Super Bowl, and I talked about Andy Reid, and I talked about how amazing of a coach I think Andy Reid is. If Andy Reid pulls out this 3-peat, I absolutely believe Andy Reid will be talked about as possibly the greatest NFL coach of all time. If he's not, he will be put in the discussion. How can you not?
Top 5.
How can you not put him in the discussion? I mean, look at all the wins he got in Philadelphia. He didn't get a Super Bowl, but look at the winning record and the consistency. All the times they win the NFC Championship game. And now, along with the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, look at the 3 championships he's won. As he win this, that'll be 4. He has to go down as one of the greatest coaches. We already know Travis Kelce is going down as one of the greatest tight ends. And it's crazy how they just keep on rolling. Who thought that you could take a player that's at the level of Tyreek Hill, remove him from your offense, and you win 2 more rings? Mm-hmm. That it's tough to remove a player of that caliber. I mean, one of the best players in the league. Mm-hmm. Still is now, but definitely at that time. And you still go and win Super Bowl. That shows the greatness of your coach. That shows the greatness of Pat Mahomes. That shows the greatness of your core, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, the rest of those guys. I mean, man. Oh, and they healthy at running back too. They got Pacheco and they got Hunt. So it should be an interesting game.
It'll be a good game. What you think the color of Gatorade gonna be?
Man, you know what, dog? When I tell you, but I don't know why I just keep seeing that lime green color.
Okay, I'm gonna go with purple again.
Yeah, I just keep seeing that lime green color for whatever reason because the Eagles playing. I don't know why.
Okay, not bad.
And if the Eagles win, yeah, they're gonna throw the lime green lemonade. Gatorade. Have they ever? I hadn't even checked what all colors of Gatorade in them though. How did we get? Yeah, you bet you put a prop bet on that, so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's who I'm going with for the Super Bowl, man. So Fallion, my other partner Frost. I got some stuff I'm gonna be doing with Frost soon too, man. He a dope videographer.
Okay.
He a dope videographer from Philly, had reached out to me and said he wanted to work with me on some stuff, man.
Okay.
Real dope dude. Like
Okay.
a big time Eagles fan. He hit me up during the season, during the game.
Okay.
And was like, man, I hope the Falcons win. Like he was real positive. Like, man, I hope the Falcons beat this team. I hope the Falcons beat that team. He was like, man, we both birds, man. So we got to stick together.
Hey man, when I was watching the Redskins and Eagles game and they was doing the national anthem, they had a dang on eagle fly in the stadium, man.
Yeah, they always.
That was cool as hell to me. That was the first time I saw
What,
that.
talking about the real eagle? How did they have the real eagle fly? Or it was some kind of AI stuff.
I don't know now. I thought it was a real eagle. Now you got me wondering.
No, I mean, did it fly and land on something?
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, the Eagles, they do that list.
Okay,
Yeah, they been doing stuff.
Nah, I could have been fooled by AI now.
No, they been doing stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
Yeah, they been doing stuff.
I know the Falcon. We had a Falcon one time, man, at the Dome, in the Georgia Dome. The Falcon went berserk. It wouldn't come back to the owner. That was funny. It was delayed the game.
I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say. Man, but I will tell you something funny. We were talking, and my youngest son, he's not into sports, right?
Yeah.
But he's a loyal Falcon fan because that's what he knows.
Shout out to Carter, man.
Yeah, he knows that's what me and my wife like, and so he's loyal to the team. He doesn't watch them at all.
Yeah.
But we sitting at the table, and I'm talking to my wife's cousin, and we talking about the Falcons, and some kind of way it comes up that we've never won a Super Bowl, and Carter's sitting there eating. Me and her talking.
Yeah.
Carter's sitting there eating, and he hears it. I mean, he's eating, and he hears the Falcons never won the Super Bowl. He popped his head. He said, the Falcons, Dad, the Falcons never won a Super Bowl. They never won a championship. And I said, no. He said, never. They never won any championship.
What are you about to say?
I said, no. He said, I might have to think about being a Falcons fan. That's not good. I might have to get me another team. I don't know if I need to be a Falcons fan.
Hey, what's so funny?
And then he went right back
how
to
old is he? Tell everybody how old he is.
He's 10.
Yeah, man, that's the mind of a 10-year-old. That's funny. That's not no grown man that said that. That's a 10-year-old. That's hilarious.
But that's how it starts, right?
Yes, man.
And that's how we have the fans who become
man.
young adults and adults who say, I'm not dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's Super Bowl week. This is our first official Super Bowl episode, man.
And shout out to Aaron Woe Pittman.
Oh yeah,
making this happen, man.
Yeah, for getting this episode ready in enough time.
Shout out to you, bro.
So look, I haven't done this in months, and I'm gonna ask, who do you think it's gonna be? And y'all who watching this, y'all put it in the comment, and then we'll do it on the next and we'll get them they ball. Who do you think will get the balling on the 30th floor award? If you don't know, that just means you're balling. That means you're sitting up high, looking down on everybody else, living like a king. You're balling on the 30th floor. Who do you think will be the player who gets the balling on the 30th floor?
Well, the balling on the 30th floor award is better than the Heisman Trophy, so letting y'all know. Who do I think is going to get the balling on the 30th floor?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have both teams if one wins? Whoever wins, who's going to be, or I have to just pick one?
Yeah, go ahead. You can pick who might go off on you.
For the Philadelphia
I know
Eagles,
who you're going to pick with it.
It's going to be Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
2 touchdowns, 100+ yards. For the Kansas City Chiefs, no other than Patrick Mahomes, man. He going to do it. Goat Mahomes, 3 in a row. He going to find a way. He going to find a way, man. Did you see how he just always comes up with on 3rd and long, 3rd and short? He always gonna get the first down, man. Okay. Every time. He gonna do the same thing, man. He gonna snatch the jaws of victory. Is that right? Snatch the jaws of the victory.
Snatch victory from the
jaws of defeat. He gonna snatch victory from the jaws of defeat from the Eagles, man.
All right, so if I had to pick 2, okay, number 1 with the Eagles, I'm gonna go something different.
What you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go A.J. Brown. Soon as y'all not expecting him, he gonna put up 150-some yards, 2 touchdowns.
I don't see that, but he could.
I mean, Chiefs defense is
you know what though?
Look, Chiefs defense.
Mac Hollins did something on the right.
Chiefs defense is very stingy. It's gonna be very hard for him to do it. But I'm gonna go A.J. Brown just because I want to go something different.
All right.
And then on the Chiefs, I'm gonna go different again.
What you gonna go?
I'm gonna go
Kareem Hunt.
No, I'm gonna go Xavier Worthy, the rookie. out of Texas.
One, the fastest one.
I'm gonna go with Xavier Worthy. And all y'all dudes out there in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat gonna go crazy when they show his mama again, like y'all did the first game.
Oh, she bad.
When they showed his mama. I mean, I don't know. We ain't gonna get into much of that. I just was kind of cracking to how them dudes was acting. But I'm gonna say Xavier Worthy.
Hey man, interesting fact. When Xavier Worthy was playing the Buffalo Bills against him, he was dogging them out. The Chiefs traded up with Buffalo to make that selection. I thought that was kind of neat.
Oh, wow.
They traded up with Buffalo and selected Xavier Worthy.
You know what, man? Darn. Do I have time to change my ball on the 30th floor, man?
Yeah, of course you do.
For the Eagles, you know what? I'm going to go with home, man. I'm going to go with somebody. I'm going to go with Jalen Carter, man.
I like that.
Jalen Carter is going to get the ball in on the 30th floor.
What he going to do?
Jalen Carter he's going to get 2 sacks, force a fumble, and he's going to one of the sacks is going to end the game.
Okay. Man, I hope that's the case, man. Because, like, you know what? And you said this in the chat. You got more respect for Kirby by the way these players are playing in the NFL, and it goes to show you such a great team we had to win those back-to-back championships by looking at how these players perform in the NFL. Would you agree?
Yeah. So taking the teams, like I said, my point was looking at how far he got with the team that he has now. I have a lot of respect for this coaching job he did this year because he really had a generational team. Like he had, when I tell you in the first round of the playoffs, it was players from that team all across there. You know what I'm saying? From Ladd McConkey to Carter to Davis to Nolan Smith to Nakobe Dean to James Cook. It's even more players. Oh man, it was 2 players on Green Bay. Two Green Bullard. Bullard was one. I'm talking about who specifically on that team. I know in Baltimore, Raekwon Smith is there, but he didn't play on those 2 championship teams. He lost to Alabama. He was on the Georgia team that lost to Alabama. He was our starting middle linebacker. But like Bullard, remember Javon Bullard? He was one of the starting safeties. Yeah. And then I want to say one of the old running backs. Was playing. Now Cook, I mentioned him. He was for the Bills, but I'm saying on the Packers. There were 2 players from that Georgia Bulldog team on the Packers. One Bullard is looked at as an up and coming star. The other player not so much. Then you got Ringo on the Eagles who playing special teams. And then you got Brock Bowers who is the all-pro tight end of the league. I mean, first team all-pro. So he as the number 1 tight. That team was crazy, man. Crazy. And then. If I have to give my buddy of the week,
who's your buddy of the week?
Man, who will I give the buddy of the week to, man? I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see. But somebody's gonna be the buddy of the week because the Super Bowl always ends with a fumble here, a fumble there, some kind of miscue, small miscue.
Man, buddy of the week go to the referee that called that first down that should have been a first down by Josh Allen.
But was it?
Yeah, because look, on the line you had one referee here, one referee here. This referee was showing first down. The other referee came right here. That ain't cool. If I was a
it happens every week.
That wasn't cool if I was a Bills fans.
Watch, it happens every week. Next time, now that I point out to you, watch.
Man, but
every single week, whenever they run in, one's gonna run in higher or lower than the other. It happens every week, and then they go with one or the other. It happens every single week. I see it with the Falcons every single game. Every game. So it is what it is, man. But hey, our first official Super Bowl episode. Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, then we're gonna go ahead. We can go ahead and wrap. Man, I was actually supposed to be going to the Senior Bowl this weekend.
Really? In Alabama?
Yeah, man.
Mobile?
Yeah, I was going to the Super Bowl. I was talking to my son. And we were talking football, and he was like, "Dad, what comes before the draft? Any kind of games?" And I said, "Well, they have a Senior Bowl." And he was like, "They have a Senior Bowl?" I said, "Yeah, man. You know what some of the seniors they play, yeah, you know, yada yada yada." And I said, "Man, it's actually in Mobile, Alabama." I said, "Man, it's where you papa from." You know what I'm saying? I said, "That's where your granddad from." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna call him, man. I bet if I call him and bring it up, he gonna say we ought to go." And so I called him, and sure enough, my pop was like, "You know, we ought to go." We ought to go. And so
I wish I'd have went.
And so we were all planning to go. That's why I had said. That's why I asked, could we film today?
Yeah.
And not on Friday, because we were all planning to go this upcoming Friday. But I got a call after that. My aunt not feeling too well, so we're not gonna go.
Okay.
We just letting her stay down there and rest. Okay. But yeah, we were gonna go. We were gonna make a trip. It's gonna be me, my pop, my boys, and my sister Minnie.
I would have rolled out there.
We were gonna roll down, and we were gonna jump in the car, the 5 of us,
Dang.
and we were gonna hit the road, going down to Mobile.
Interesting fact about the bowl. I mean the Senior Bowl that I just picked up the other day. Man, your boy Shiloh Sanders, man, they say he's not doing well. He's getting beat real bad and not looking good in the Senior Bowl, man. I hope he come through, man.
I take that with a grain of salt. It's always somebody saying somebody not playing well, or it's always these players, they say, oh, he's showing out in the Senior Bowl. Then you get him in a uniform and he trash. And then it's players who they say are not doing well. They get them in a program and they turn out to be ballers. Mm-hmm. I hope all the young men, and it's just not Shiloh, but since you brought Shiloh up, I hope Shiloh, and I hope all the young men, I hope they play as well as they can play. But hey, one of my partners, he told his son something that it just is what it is, right? He asked his son in front of me and Swats. He said, if you want to look good, what you got to do? He said, my son will tell you. He said, hey, if you want to look good, what you got to do? He talking about in sports. Mm-hmm. You know what his son said?
What?
Make somebody look bad. And so, unfortunately, for every player that's doing good, somebody has to look bad on the other end.
That's true.
So shout out to every young man that's there. There are going to be some players that look good, and unfortunately, to look good, you got to make somebody look bad.
Yeah.
But look, man, we about to get on up out here. Anything else that you'd like to say?
Nah, man. Let's go. I don't care who wins, man. If the Eagles win, hey, man, the Falcons beat the Super Bowl champs. If the Chiefs win, hey, man, got 3 people at quarterback. That's how I look at it.
Okay. All right.
And we almost beat both of them. Almost beat the Chiefs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. Hey, look, I always remember this, man. Atlanta, we love the city of Atlanta, man. We represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. And, yeah, man, this is the Waterboyz Show. So on behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B. Rich, and Aaron, Whoa, Pittman.
Shout out to you.
Man, the Waterboyz Show, we are out.
Kill the camera.